Mm-hmm. It is a kitty. And now she left. I should have just kept quiet. Yeah, but eh. Ha. Hi. I was happy there for a minute. Top chat. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, Bob, you win. I'm not sure what you win though to me. I was hoping to keep her there. She was in the box before and I had her in the box. And then she moved. Cough drop. And then it was like, ooh, she went in the window. Alter window. Didn't work. Trying to get this to work. It's my pen for my Surface. They're supposed to work everywhere, but they don't. I think it needs a battery. I don't remember how to. Where did it go? There it is. I have one of those patchwork Middle Eastern quilts rugs, so this blended perfectly into it. Ah. So yes, let's see now. I didn't need them before because I didn't use them before. Here we go. Nope, it's dead. I don't think we have any downstairs. Papa Cat, can you get me 4A batteries when you go to Walgreens and pick up my prescription? Thank you. Hello, people. I am freaking bushed. Now I remember what my long COVID was like. It feels like it again. My body hurts. My fingers hurt. That's how I know. It's like, this better not be long COVID. I am not amused. And tonight is my last night at club. So the original person is coming back. So it's like, ah. And I bet you $1,000,000 that the Pope passed away before midnight last night. It's just the way they are. They wouldn't let him pass away on Easter Sunday. Are you kidding? It's Catholics, man. So, but I was just watching Mogler talk about how on the, I'm not sure, probably on TikTok, how people are saying that, Vance um, did it. That look in the Pope's eyes when he met him, like, child, what are you doing here? I'm busy dying. And I got greeted with that this morning because I always ask every morning if the orange balloon is alive. And he tells me yes, unfortunately. And the only person I've ever thought of that way, can you believe that? After all this time, the only person I ever thought of something like that. Well, Papa Cat said no, but he said, guess who did? Hi, Fab Daddy. Oh my God. Hello, you. Um, so he's like, guess who did? And I'm thinking, I honestly thought Higgsmith, but that was because of the stuff I read yesterday. And he said the Pope, and I'm like, and it was the first thing that came across me is what did Vance give him? And then I know you're new here. I don't know, because I'm doing this from the club room. I don't go on site on Mondays because everything's usually closed on Mondays. And no, I don't trust him. So I'm home on Mondays or trying to do something else on a Monday. But getting over COVID, I am really freaking tired. Yes, I have cooties and I don't know how to get rid of them. I did have long COVID for 2 years, 3 years. It was awful, and it sort of feels like that. I can tell when it's, like, long COVID 'cause my hands hurt, my fingers hurt, like, they're really tired, they've been doing things too much. So, this is where I just babble for an hour, and on Mondays, I do it from the club, or I'm trying to figure out other ways to do it. Maybe I'll meet up with Heather somewhere if she's free. That'd be cute. Um I was doing it with the BFF for a couple of Mondays, but it got a little too complicated for her. So I'm home right now. And I got to work tonight at club. So I work the front door at Death Guild. It's a goth club tonight. It'll be my last night. I took over for someone who had to take like emergency brain leave, had to go relax her brain. So I was the next thing up because I work for my promoter now for, oh crap, I've worked with him since 98. Wow. I worked for him since 2002. So, walking pneumonia much. No, I had the vid. I had it. I tested. I had it. It was not fun. And Papa Cat got it. Uh, he showed positive. Oh, before I did, because so he got it and got over it like within a day or two. It's so weird how he just heals. It's like he heals. He's a little tired and his hair looks funny because it's grown out, but he's doing okay. He's at work today and we tested positive on Tuesday. And he's going to work tonight because, he DJs, and I'm going to work tonight because I'm at the podium. And it may be my last time in God knows how long, unless, and I'm going to tell everybody this tonight, do not say nasty things about her and that they miss me because I've worked the podium a lot for him. So, because that way, in case she needs more like brain days, I'll be there. Which I told my promoter, I'm like, yes, just call me up early enough for me to do my makeup. What the heck is that? Yeah, I'm a city girl. Yep. So, and Bob is here. Bob is now going to be the first one all the time, it looks like. That's just too funny. So, everybody is a bridge right now. They come in at like the last minute. I think Bridge 1872 comes in at the last minute right now. I'm trying to think who else. So, yeah. So that's what I started with this morning, with the Pope passed away. And then I've got to show this because um I sent it to the BFF and she loved it, of course. The Cardinals are getting together and having their conclave. This is what Papa Cat sent me this morning. Ah, we've been together forever, can't you tell? So, as an ex-Catholic, I did watch part of the service in DC because weirdly enough, Fox was showing it. I didn't think they showed Catholicism, so I watched part of that and reminded me of the one at my grandmother's favorite church. It was very gothic, and it reminded me of it. And it's like, wow, she hated modern churches. Oh my God. When one of her churches got a guitar player in it, this was like the early, mid 80s, early 80s. We didn't ever go back to that church because they painted the insides white, and we got a guitar player. So grandma was um, did not like that. She would not have been amused. The Oakland Diocese Church used to be um, cement and Gothic, and unfortunately we lost it in the earthquake. And the replacement for it is some huge tabernacle looking thing of a very modern church. They have really nasty names for it. So because of the way the window is. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Fab Daddy. You're bad. Yeah, I went through the whole 9 yards. I've even been confirmed. And I just I opened my eyes when not everybody got along together and they were different things and it wasn't ultra orthodox, even modern. It was just like modern, 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 orthodox. It was like, uh-uh. So I'm agnostic. I believe in all the gods. Hey, it helps people. That's the top thing. Top Chat's top hat was a big flop at his old friend. You got giggled at by Natalie this afternoon. I thought that was funny, Adam. I was listening to her as I was getting ready, and what was his name? On ATAC. That man is so interesting, and he can even pull off the "I'm poor, please send money" and get away with it. So, yeah, I watched Natalie this morning. I watched the morning one too, but I wasn't really writing anything down. Sort of distracted by the Pope. That's what ex-Catholics do. They get distracted by, you know, a Pope passing away, especially when his name was Francis. And they never had one named Francis, and that's what San Francisco is named for. Yeah, excuse me. So it was like a whole big deal. I forgot he was South American. So somebody had said, I am new to the Scientology thing. I have no skin in the game. Neither do I. The only thing I have, which I haven't explained in a while, so I can explain, is I live in Alameda now, but it's the San Francisco Bay Area. I grew up in Oakland, and I lived by watching Jonestown. Um, and back in the day, they didn't edit anything out. So they constantly showed the Leo Ryan at the airport video again and again and again. My grandmother was a total news freak, so we watched all of it. I got to see all of it. And I was 10. Yeah, 10. So it really, really, really affected me. Considering that a lot of the people were from Oakland. Jim Jones had a thing for old black people because he can get their social security. So he did a lot of recruiting from Oakland. And at one time, when I was older in my 20s, I lived a block away from the Old People's Temple. So got to see all that. Then Moscone and Milk were the same year, and the mayor of San Francisco and one of the supervisors. And if anybody tells you that gay men are very passive, go look up the White Night riots. When he got, I think it was mental acquittal or something. I can't remember right now. Hi, Fuzz. I'm explaining to Fab Daddy why I'm here. So, yes, Fuzz is one of my moderators. KA is having a meeting, and Cricket's not feeling well. So, it's Papa Cat, even though he should be working, and Fuzz. So, I might have to get a backup. So, yeah, White Night Riots. That's what they were called because the supervisor that Dan White killed, who was another supervisor who didn't like the one he shot because he gave him a dirty look. He was gay. He was the first gay supervisor in San Francisco. So when the guy was acquitted on mental grounds, um, they had a riot. Gay men turned over police cars, set them on fire. It was amazing. And I understood why they did it. And I was a baby. Yeah, I was 11. It's like, no, I got it. I'd be upset too. I'd be out there if I was older, sort of thing. But yeah, it was just like, I don't think anybody could have called a gay man in San Francisco a pansy after that. So, Driz is your nickname. I make nicknames up. Adam is big giant head. Fuzzy is Fuzz. Um, let's see. Bob is Bob because Bob always used to come in a minute before I stopped. So No name is Sean because he's named after a bartender, a friend of mine. Because the moderators are my bouncers. I was trying to get a better like feel, something I was more comfortable in. So I named it Club Brain Fog because I've worked at nightclubs for the past, God, 28 years. Um, and I have brain fog. I have my doctor has given me a diagnosis of brain fog. So, which is better than Alzheimer's or dementia. For some reason, they don't think they're together. But I read something yesterday, or no, let's be real. I read a headline yesterday that said uh, brain diseases like Alzheimer's might be connected to smoking. That would be interesting. I stopped smoking in 2004, I think. I never really smoked a lot. I mean, for a smoker, I was very lame as a smoker. I smoked maybe 10 cigarettes on a club night, on a non-club night. And I didn't smoke in the house from the mid 90s because I had a pure white cat. That's my China. And me and the first husband moved into an apartment that had freshly painted walls. And she got up on her cat tree and she was dingy. And I was so embarrassed that I had put this nicotine on my baby. So never smoked inside any ever again. So urban life has me in a bubble. Yes, very much so. Moderators are bouncers and trolls are flouncers. Adam. Adam. The Twiggy defense, don't even go there, mister. I still have my, I think I should still have my Dan White got acquitted or Dan White, the Twiggy defense. There's a very famous bust. I think somebody owns it now privately that was commissioned for Moscone by a hip design, hip artist, blah, blah, blah. And he was infamous for being very controversial, but they still asked for it because I think he lived here. And so he made the Moscone bust on a pedestal. On this pedestal, it had things that like had happened. Car upside down, a Twinkie on it, things like that. And of course, it made it to it was at the Moscone Center, which is the event venue in San Francisco, for a few years, and now it's gone. So people were so not amused with that because it was supposed to be put in City Hall, and that didn't go very well. So let's see. Come to the country, there's lots to endure. No, for me, camping is a black and white television. Um, The Bay Area has a lot of trees. We have a lot of trees. I mean, my high school was the only closed campus in Oakland because we were up on the top of a hill surrounded by trees. So I can see the wilderness. It's nice to look at it. You can go up a couple of mountains around here, but oh, no, thank you. How dare you call me Flancer? You love San Francisco for a day or two, Alameda can handle for an hour. Oh, then you know what Alameda is. Yes, I grew up in Oakland, so we called Alameda Amity because Jaws came out when I was 11. So, and Oakland was always known as a redhead stepchild to San Francisco. And then we used to say Alameda was a redhead stepchild to Oakland. So I don't live in Oakland because unfortunately we were going to move there when the crime rate got weird, and I promised my dad I'd move to Alameda instead. So, which is more than funny because my dad lives 5 minutes away from me. You can get anywhere in Alameda in 7 minutes. My dad lives 5 minutes away from me, and I see him maybe once a week after my mom's passed. So, and now Miss Thing is coming in. What do you want? No, it's not time yet. Of course, Papa Cat told me that you know what she's saying when she meows? The F word. So now all I hear is F word, F word, F word, F word. You know, what? Do you want to come up here? You want to show off for a change? You're never on my lap. I want her to be like Soda, but she's not. She's a Norwegian forest. I lived in Newark and Fremont. Okay, well then Dusty soda dispenser is from Newark, and boy, does he not let you forget when he's with me. Because I always tease him about Newark because Newark definitely was a redhead stepchild of Fremont. So what are you doing, little one? She is scraggly. In a way, I'm glad that the camera wasn't on her because she needs a brushing, definitely for sure. And I mean that she has been brushed in like 3 days. So, Oakland, the Ron Weasley. Yes, there you go. Birdie, birdie, birdie. She's not up. I scritched her too much. She got out from the box, then went to the window, and now she's roaming around going, pet me. F you, pet me. So, the other one, the one who's on the thumbnail, which is Abby's, I think it's Abby's like back where her tail is. That's why it says, I don't think Abby likes you. She doesn't come upstairs much on the third floor. She's getting better at it though, because we're learning how to treat our